Hi. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram family, wherever you are joining me from. I hope everybody can hear me all right. Okay, I believe that people can hear me. That's really awesome. Well, I just want to welcome you to day 14 of the Bounce Beyond Limit series. So, today's topic is about how to stop waiting and start winning online. So, yes, you bought the digital product. So, what's next? Whether you've been rocking with me from day one or you just found the series, tonight will shift your perspective. So let's be honest, buying a digital product does not make you money. The truth is that what makes you money is the action that you take. So tonight we are going to be unpacking why so many hardworking people still feel stuck after getting started online. And also, I want to tell you what to do differently. So be real with me. If you are listening to me live or you are on the replay, drop a yes in the comments if you've ever bought a digital product. If you've ever watched a few videos before and you still felt overwhelmed, like, okay, what is the next thing that I'm supposed to be doing? So you are not alone because people get confused and that confusion is real. But it ends here tonight because we are going to be flipping the switch from being stuck to putting on the CEO cap. So the real reason why a lot of people are stuck is not because they are lazy. It's not because the system is not working. It is because most people are still thinking like, employees. You still have the employee mindset. And that is why you are still feeling stuck in your online business or in your venture to earning digital income. So you're not lazy. Most people don't see results after even purchasing a digital product because they have not taken time to be consistent with the system. It's not because the system does not work. Now, in terms of the employee mindset trap, most people are still waiting to be told what to do. They're like, okay, what's the next thing I want to do? Like, I'm even afraid of making a mistake. So you are afraid of making mistakes without permission. And also you feel like you're working for hours, but you're not doing the real work. So, but guess what? This is not an opportunity where you have to clock in and clock out because you are now the CEO. And until you put on that CEO mentality or put on that CEO cap, you are still going to be stuck in the employee mindset trap. And that is why most people still feel stuck and not productive or consistently profitable in earning digital income. Now, you're also stuck in a default mode because in a regular 9 to 5, somebody's giving you tasks to do, somebody's setting deadlines and also giving you directions on what to do. But in your digital business, you create the task. So you decide the direction of things. And I know that for many people, that freedom feels very scary. They're like, well, am I really free to do the things I want to do now? So most people freeze. That's the truth. Like they kind of get stuck in that circle of not knowing the next thing to do because nobody's telling them the next thing to do. And because of that, they are beginning to second guess everything, that their digital business stands for. But I want to tell you what the shift is about. Success online is not about doing something perfectly. It's about doing it consistently because you will never always feel ready. Like if you're waiting for the perfect time or you feel like, I think I need to clear some things off my desk first before I do this. You will never always be ready. You would always never feel ready, right? So CEOs do not wait to be motivated. They move even when things are uncomfortable. If you have the CEO of your company, things will never be perfect in the company at all times, but the CEO will still take decisions. So your business will only grow when you grow up. So you need to stop waiting and you need to start building. You need to start taking responsibility for the results that you get in your business. Well, you could tell yourself, well, somebody brought me to this business and has not even, followed up with me. The person left me hanging. I'll tell you the truth. I've been in opportunities where I had mentors and maybe coaches, but I still didn't take action even when they were ready to help me. I just had to be ready because for me, it had to be a mindset thing. So until you are ready in your mindset, you would feel stuck. And no matter what somebody shows you, it still wouldn't make any sense to you. Right. So you need to get to the point where you are self motivated. And how you get self motivated is by, first of all, asking yourself, why am I trying to do this business? Why do I need digital income? So maybe when you go back to your why, that can help you get motivated because nobody's going to grow your business for you. Your business will grow when you decide to grow up. When you decide to stop waiting to be given directions and then you start building, that is when your business would start growing. Now let's talk about the overwhelm. People feel overwhelmed. They feel like they are drowning in too much information. And to be honest, I felt that way when I started my digital business, particularly when it comes to digital products. I felt that there was just so much to study, and I felt that I had to read everything, like go through all the videos before earning income. But guess what? I realized that I could actually learn and earn, taking one piece at a time, taking one module at a time, implementing. And you know what? It is possible to buy a digital product, then find yourself with so many videos, 12 videos, maybe 8 PDFs, 5 open tabs, and suddenly you're like, where do I even start? Like, this is way too much for me. I don't even know where to start. But guess what? You are not lazy. You are just overloaded. And the truth is this: information is not power if it's not organized. So, what is power for you is organized information. It is possible to have information, but if that information is not organized in a way that you could get the details step by step, you are not going to be empowered. Rather, you're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel like you're drowning in too much information. So many people sell access to programs, digital communities, products, but they don't give enough direction. Like they give you the content, but there's no roadmap. So you are stuck consuming information that feels like way too much for you to handle. And every day you just feel like you're learning, but you're not earning. No, the idea is that you get into a program that allows you to learn and earn at the same time. So you are able to do both activities simultaneously. And I think that is one of the things I love about the Legacy Builders program. I keep talking about this because we had the Launch to Profit program where you could launch to profit within 7 days. And it gave me a roadmap, step-by-step process of what I needed to do on a day-to-day basis. And that was really good because with the first 7 days, I was not only able to recoup my initial investment, I was able to earn four figures, over $4,000 in the first week of getting into this program because I followed the blueprint. Now, even after making that, there were times that I did not follow the blueprint. And of course, I got the impact of not following the blueprint. If you follow the blueprint as it is outlined, you will get results because this blueprint was created by people who are already proven to be seven-figure earners in the industry. So for me, I just told myself, why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? This is what we were told to do. Why don't you just do it? When you start trying to trick things, well, you start making mistakes and then you wouldn't get results. And then you'll say, well, the program is not working. The market is oversaturated. The market is not oversaturated. There are over 5 billion people online on social media trying to earn income or even just playing around. And I'm telling you, it is possible for you to get your perfect audience amongst those people. That is it. So now the Legacy Builders program fixes all that challenge of overloaded information because what they offer you is a step-by-step system, a daily content roadmap. So they tell you, do this today, then that tomorrow. So, and these videos are short, actionable video models, no fluff. And it is actually built for those that are busy professionals who need clarity over chaos. Plus, you get access to real mentorship and weekly check-ins. So you're not left alone, to get drowned in that information. They try to make sure that that information is broken down for you in a step-by-step process that is easy to understand. So they don't just hand the keys to you, they show you how to drive. Just imagine somebody telling you, well, I like you so much, I decided to give you a birthday gift by giving you a car. And I know you cannot drive. How would it feel like, giving a 16-year-old keys to drive, a car to drive, but you're not even showing the person how to drive? Of course, you know what would come out of that. You know the result of that. And that is exactly what happens when it comes to learning digital skills to earning digital income. Whatever program you choose to do, whatever community you choose to join, make sure that they are not just handing the keys to you, but they're also teaching you how to drive. Make sure that they're giving you a daily content roadmap that tells you what to do. And of course, a community that is supportive. That is how you're going to thrive. So, and then a lot of people are afraid of making mistakes. They're like, well, if I make a mistake, it's going to screw up everything. I know that with the regular 9 to 5, people are afraid of making mistakes because they don't want to lose their job. But with this, nobody cares if you mess up. Nobody cares if you do anything wrong, right? Because you're not alone. Everybody got their hands all dirty before the entire program started making sense to them. The fear is actually real, especially when you are new to the digital space and you are being told exactly what to do. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. As a matter of fact, when you make mistakes, you would learn from those mistakes. And in the 9 to 5 world, most people get trained, they get supervised, and at the end of the day, they get corrected. I'm sure that when you get into a new role, you probably would go through a period of onboarding, right? So take it that in your digital business, you are also going to go through the onboarding process. And the community that offers the Legacy Builders program doesn't make you feel like an outsider. Everybody takes you as a family member, right? You're not walking in the dark. So a lot of times we just hesitate, we're overthinking stuff. We're like, oh, what if I ask a stupid question? Well, you bought into the program because you want to be successful. So there is no question that is stupid. I always tell people that when you ask questions or you ask for navigation to get somewhere, you're not going to get lost. And that's why most of us have navigators in our cars because, of course, there are times you may be going to visit a friend whose house you've never been to, or you don't even know the area. You need a navigator, right? So you don't want to get to a point where you are stuck in, the era of being, confused. You are overthinking stuff. You think everybody's going to laugh at you. You think they're going to think that you're asking stupid questions, or they're going to think that you are slow. Nobody cares about that. Everybody also got there because they wanted to succeed. Because if you stay in that mentality, the opportunity you paid for will begin to collect dust and you won't make any money. Mistakes are part of the process. I bet you whoever brought you into the program is also still learning. I'm still learning. I brought people into the program. I'm still learning. I still have questions, right? I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So mistakes are part of the process. But confusion does not have to be part of the process. You don't have to stay confused. You can ask questions and people will answer you, right? So now, the Legacy Builders program would fix any kind of confusion for you. Like I mentioned earlier, you get clear step-by-step videos so that you know what next to do, right? It's also like you also get a proven system that is built by experts. When a system is proven, I'm talking about a system that is already proven to work because guess what? Over 52,000 members are in this community and over $29 million have been generated in this program, paid to the pockets of community members in 10 months. So tell me, is that not a proven system? If it wasn't proven to work, would people buy into it? And then there's no guesswork needed because it is proven to work and also proven to last. You also have this supportive community and mentorship so that you never feel like you're doing things alone. You have the done for you funnels, the scripts, the templates, so you don't have to start from the scratch because starting from the scratch can be like overwhelming. Like imagine having to build a website from the scratch, or imagine having to, even create your own product when you know nothing about digital marketing. So with this program, it is not a trial and error program because it is proven to work. We have a lot of six-figure earners. We have a lot of people who are excelling in the community, and they are ready to help you grow. So if you ever feel like a mistake has held you back from building your online income, well, it's time to trade confusion for clarity. It's time to come out of your shell and go back to the drawing board, asking yourself this question: why did I even start in the first place? Each time maybe you have to put a post-it note on your computer that reminds you of your why. Because many times because we're looking for the overnight success, and when it doesn't happen, we feel like that opportunity is not working. Even at work, you don't become excellent overnight in the job. You still have to go through the process, right? And then with a job, anybody could get fired at any point in time. There are no guarantees in a job. So when it comes to the business, you also need to know that the only guarantee to success in your business is being consistent, is being coachable. So let's talk about trading time for money. So you clock into your 9 to 5, then you clock back in for your side hustle. Every hour you work, you trade it directly for dollars, no matter how hard you grind. Well, people want to spend weekends with family. They want to spend time doing their hobbies, and all of that. They all get squeezed out by online work that feels as if it's time draining. And now, what is the result? The result is, burnout, frustration, the same paycheck to paycheck stress. Only now that you have two jobs. So the question is, if you have those two jobs, the multiple jobs, triple jobs, are you still enjoying the work-life family balance that you want? How is your quality of life? How many hours do you get sleep in a day? Is this what you intend to do for years upon years until you retire? So trading time for money is something people need to really consider. Would I just spend time, maybe the next few months, learning a digital skill that can pay me for the rest of my life so that I can retire early? Or would I just stay, I'm just going to stay in that circle of doing multiple jobs, working two, three jobs, and aging so fast? Because I tell you, sometimes when you overwork yourself, it will make you age so fast. That's the truth, right? So the Legacy Builders program breaks the cycle of trading time for money, because what you do here is that you earn by selling done for you digital products that have 100% resale rights. You set up this system once and it works in the background. As a matter of fact, it is largely done for you, just that you're going to have to get a professional domain and a professional email and connect it to the funnel. So you get a full funnel, like, the fun, you get a full system, the funnel, the training, and the mentorship. And you also get, you get taught the skills to attract the right people without chasing anybody. So you can be online like I am, talking to the world, and then whoever your perfect customer is will get attracted to you. And then you get to perfect the 2-hour daily blueprint. And this is focused on high impact tasks that will move the needle, so that you don't have to start having endless to-do lists. You can spend 2 hours building this business. And like I always mention, and if you've been following me from day one, you don't have to spend 2 hours at a stretch, because you could always break down your 2 hours into 30 chunks of 30 minutes. 30 minutes very early in the morning, maybe sometime at lunchtime, and then the other after work. You have to find time to build your own empire. Nobody's going to do it for you. And that is why you need to come out of that employee mentality trap to thinking like a CEO. If you're a CEO, you're going to have to handle your business, whether it's comfortable or not, because you know what is at stake, right? And then with this Legacy Builders program, besides just helping you to break the cycle of trading time for dollars, you also get ongoing mentorship. So quick feedback loops, meaning that you're able to learn fast and you avoid time-wasting activities. Imagine if a 7-figure earner is teaching you what she has done to earn 7 figures. So just so you know, the founder of the Legacy Builders program, she already made about $5 million in 2 years. And that is not just, it's not fluff. And she teaches what she does. And people that are following the blueprint are getting results. We have people that complain, and that's because they want the overnight success. We have people that say, well, I don't think it's working for me. But guess what? Nothing will work for you if you don't work it out. It's not enough to buy a program or buy a digital course. You need to build it. Just like if you are going to be planting seeds, you need to water the seeds, right? So that you can get the results. Now let's talk about, that CEO shift, how to actually start winning. So let's be honest. Most people stay stuck not because they don't have potential, but because they're afraid to look messy at the start. They think, well, people are going to laugh at me. But when it comes to being a CEO, you have to think differently. A CEO is not waiting for perfection. They are taking imperfect action every single day. So if you want to succeed, you're not going to just tell yourself, well, if it's not perfect enough, I'm not going to show up. You're going to show up anyway. People are going to take you that way. And in your imperfection, you become perfect. That's the simple truth. So what does real progress look like? Let's say you had to buy into a digital product like this. Well, posting your first video, even if it looks awkward. You know how long it took me to decide to come live? It took me a while. But guess what? It's okay now. What does real progress look like? Even if it's just one daily tip, just creating value daily. Even when only 2 people are watching, like really, it doesn't matter if nobody's watching even right now. It doesn't matter if 2 people are only watching. It's okay. I just want to stay consistent, and you should stay consistent, because the currency for success in this industry is actually consistency. You may have bought into the program by paying $900, but guess what? That does not guarantee success. The currency for success is consistency. So if you are trying to do an opportunity where you're not going to do anything, I don't know how you want to earn from that. I don't know. We're not talking about pyramid schemes here or all those high yield investment programs. No, we're talking about you doing something tangible, providing value to people and getting paid because you're providing value. So real progress looks like, you learning while you're doing, not waiting until you know everything. You don't have to know everything. And that was one of my biggest challenges, because I thought like, we have so many modules here. I think I have to go through all of this before I start making money. No way. I learned that I could actually, watch, learn, implement, and earn. And real progress also means showing up as a student and as a solution to somebody else's problem, right? Everybody has one challenge or the other. You just need to find those that will resonate with you and see how you can provide them value online. So for me, my personal shift was, when I found that I was overthinking everything, I was thinking, okay, what should the caption of my video look like? My lighting is not perfect. Oh my goodness, I need to buy more lights. The timing, when should I come online? I don't think I'll be able to do it every day by 6 o'clock. I just told myself, let me show up. I started posting consistently. I stuck to the roadmap inside the Legacy Builders program. I know this little post, you'll be surprised how far it has gone. They have started turning into daily commissions. It wasn't magic. It was clarity and consistency. And that is the CEO mindset. That is the CEO shift. Not you just thinking, well, everything has to be perfect, my lighting, my wordings, everything. Nobody cares about that. Just come, show up authentically. Be authentic. Show up as your real self. Nobody's going to judge you. And even if they do, they're not paying your bills. Whoever does not pay your bills should not give you headaches. That's the truth. Just do what you need to do. You know your why. Remember your why. Each time you feel like you're discouraged, and each time you think you are not, perfect enough to do things, remember your biggest why. I have so many whys. I have my kids. I'm thinking about building a legacy. I'm thinking about my retirement. I'm thinking about making people that I care about happy, providing support to those that need help. And of course, my 9 to 5 is not going to be sufficient to do that, for all the people I want to do things for, or even make myself really happy, right? So think about your biggest why. So I don't want you to just take whatever I'm saying, with a grain of salt. I want to show you a video from somebody inside our community, somebody who made that same shift and she's actually seeing results. So just give me a moment to share my screen and I'm going to show that to you right away. Let me do this. Okay. Okay, let's do this.
Table yet? So we're talking to different custom builders.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Hello. Okay, so I will just kind of make this short and sweet. So my name is Victoria. I'm a busy boy mama. I've got 3 little boys, 2 are special needs. My husband is active duty Army, and I have tried all of the work from home jobs. You guys, as soon as I started having kids, I wanted to try to find a way to work from home. How many of you have tried anything else before digital marketing, trying to find a way to work from home? Just put it in the comments. It could be anything. So like Michelle talked about, I've done the whole MLM thing, right? I've done, where I was exhausted with my face glued to my phone, doing all the cold messages, the parties, the salesy posts, trying to make a small fraction of somebody else's company. Now hear me out, because I have no hate on MLM. It's a brilliant business model, but I was not getting what I wanted out of it. And what I wanted was that time freedom and that financial freedom. So honestly, it felt like looking for a needle in a haystack, right? So I went from having that MLM to then I said, you know what, I'm going to just do my own thing because I'll make more profit here. And so I started my own online boutique. Where are my business owners at? How many of you have your own business or you have before? Y'all, I went 30 grand into debt to start that boutique. Okay. And so I went from making $7 slinging mascara to now I'm making $20 selling a top. And so I still was having to find customers. I still was having to do all of this busy work, dealing with vendors and, shipping orders and all those things. So I still was not getting that time that I really wanted with my kids. And so when I saw this girl talking about how she made 40 grand in 2 months doing this whole digital marketing thing, I was the girl that was mega skeptical. And I sat back, I watched her. I didn't say a word because in my head, I was like, it's got to be a scam. I'm like, it sounds too good to be true. Because my mama taught me that if I wanted to make more, I had to work more, right? I saw my dad work 3 jobs. And he was just so overtired. And so I thought in order to make more, you have to work more. And this, I went in on a Hail Mary. And I've seen a lot of you in the comments saying, okay, well, I don't have, money to start and blah, blah, blah. Y'all, keep in mind, the majority of us did not. Like, that's the whole reason why we started. This is why I say when there's a will, there's a way. Okay. When I started this, we needed a new transmission on my car. I needed 4 new tires. I needed to pay for 6 rental cars while my car was in the shop. And I hadn't made a sale in my boutique for 6 weeks. And so we were living off of my husband's army income. And here I go over to him and I'm just like, all right, I'm thinking about trying this thing. And he just kind of looked at me like, Victoria, you've done all of these other work from home jobs. Like, do you really think this is going to be different? And I'm like, I don't know, but like, I kind of want to try. Like, I mean, it's a little different talking about making 900 a day, right? And so I watched a friend's kids and I cleaned a house just so I was able to start, y'all. And when I went into this, my baby goal was to make $1,200 a month. So, I mean, of course, everybody's story is different here. But when I tell you I made $29,000 in my first month, and that is not anything I'd ever made in a year before, right? And so then by 5 months, I hit my first 6 figures. And now I'm sitting here 14 months in, and I'm somewhere over $420,000. I do not work more than 2 hours a day. I have my time back. I've built like a dream house in this private gated golf community. And now I posted in our community yesterday that like I'm now able to get a new dining room table. I could have afforded it earlier this month, but the way that I am, I'm very much a goal setter, right? And so my goal for this month was, okay, as soon as I hit 20 grand for the month, I'm going to go and treat myself, you know? And the beautiful thing about this is I didn't even really work the first week of the month. And so I said, you know what, like by September 6th or 7th, that was when I'm like, okay, I probably should work. I think I had made like 3 grand without really working, because automations are still working for you, right? And so I said, okay, well, if I hit 20 grand, so technically in 19 days, I hit 20 grand just in September. Y'all, the process work, the blueprint work. And so if you are sitting there and you are just like, okay, I like the sound of this, but I'm skeptical because I've tried other work from home things, there is nothing like this. This is a unicorn. You have like 5-star, 10-star training from 6 and 7 figure income earners teaching you how to make 6 and 7 figure incomes. If you are coachable, consistent, and you can plug in for 2 hours a day, you can do this. That's all I got to say.
Okay, let me go back here. So I don't know if that makes any kind of sense for you, but all I know is that these are real people sharing their real stories. They're not from another planet. They are from the same planet Earth, right? So you don't become successful and then, start acting like a CEO. You act like a CEO first. And that's how success finds you. People say, well, I need to be successful first before I become a CEO. But now let's flip it around. We got to flip it around. You got to act like a CEO first. And that's how success will find you, because you will take your business seriously. So if you're a student watching me, or you are a work from home mom, or you go to the office to work, or you're a busy professional, if you could just put in 2 hours into building your own digital empire, and you do that consistently, you are guaranteed to see results. And not just doing that, acting like a CEO, not just second guessing yourself. If you are tired of learning in circles and you finally want to, you want a clear guided path to digital income, this is the opportunity for you. And then people are saying, well, how do I even get started? Well, I'm going to show that to you again. All you need to do is to go to dailycashflowlegacy.com. So this is, let me take this out. Dailycashflowlegacy.com is going to take you to a page like this. Put in your email and click on yes, send me the blueprint now. And then it's going to give you the different digital programs that we have. There's the $100 Launchpad program. There's the $300 Passive Daily Blueprint. There's the $600 Digital Mastery program, and the $900 program that is called the Legacy Builders program itself, meaning that you can actually take advantage of any of those packages to get started. But then if you're saying to yourself, well, I want to be a to seven-figure earner. I want to put on the CEO cap and earn the CEO money. Then you want to go for the Legacy Builders program like I did. Because what that is giving you is the ability to resell all four programs. Imagine selling all four programs. So you have 100, 300, 600, $900 in a day, or even in a week. What would an extra $1,900 a week do for you? What would it do for your retirement? What would it do for your goals? Right? So I just want to encourage you that nobody's talking about a get rich quick scheme here. We are talking about something that can change your life. We're talking about opportunities that can give you that time freedom that you're looking for. And also, you will be able to get a system that provides step-by-step video training. No, no flop, no fluff. It's just simple. Everything is outlined for you step by step. You get a daily content roadmap, so you always know what to post. I never started this way knowing what to say. I learned it from the blueprint. You also have a resale ready digital product where you can keep 100% of the commissions. You have real mentorship and support because you are not alone in this entire community. You've watched others do it. So it's your turn to do that. So I just want to encourage you, to take action today. And if you have questions, please feel free to drop a comment for me, either on YouTube or Facebook, or you can just go on my TikTok and find me there and, connect. I want to say thank you to you again for joining me today, and I hope to connect again tomorrow for day 15 of Bounce Beyond Limits series. Thank you and have a beautiful rest of the day.